Avadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Savanamrita Sri Vishakhanutam Swa He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Stute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanam Sute Devi Pranamami Harivi Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, our second day of Kartik. Hope everyone is feeling the empowerment. You are continuing with what we have, committed to Krishna. We will begin. We will again come back to our study of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said that even one verse of Bhagavatam, which is read during Kartik, it gives the merit of studying all the 18 Puranas, all the Vedas. Such is our merit. So we should not miss our hearing, reading, chanting. So this chapter is entitled the various scheduled incarnations of the Supreme Lord and their principal activity. So we discussed so many of them, right from Varaha, Kapila, Dattatreya, Kumara, Narayan, Pṛthu, Rishabdev, Hayagriva, Matsya, Kurma, Narsimha, up to Lord Ramachandra. And then from 26 till 35, we were discussing Lord Shri Krishna, who is the Avtari, who is the source of all incarnation. I'll take the last one. I'll take the last translation that we discussed. This is about Lord Shri Krishna. All demonic personalities like Pralamba, Dhenuka, Baka, Kesi, Arishta, Chanur, Mushrik, Kubalaya, Pid, Elephant, Kamsa, Kaliyavana, Narkasur, and Pondri. Great marshals like Salva, Divida, Monkey, and Balwala, Dantavakra. The 7 bulls, Sambhara, Viduratha, and Rukmi, as also great warriors like Kamboj, Matsya, Kuru, Srijaya, and Kekai, would all fight rigorously, either with the Lord Hari directly or with him under his names of Baldev, Arjun, Bhima, etc. And the demons thus being killed would attain either the impersonal Brahmjyoti or his personal abode in the Vaikuntha planet. So even Lord's killing is also the greatest benediction. We discuss this. So now coming to verse number 36. Kalena militadhiyam avarmrishya narna stokayasu swanigamo bata dura para avirhitastu anuyugam sahi satyavratayam vedadhrumam vitapasho vibhijisyati sma. So this is talking about Satyavratayam and Veda Drumam. Veda Drumam Vit Pashvam. Vibhijatas Vibhajisyati. Vibhajisyati. Vibhajan. One who did the Vibhajan of the Vedas, that is Srila Vyasadeva. The Lord himself in his incarnation as the son of Satyavati, Vyasadeva, will consider his compilation of the Vedic literature to be very difficult for less intelligent persons with short lives. And thus he will divide the tree of Vedic knowledge into different branches according to the circumstances of the particular age. This mentions about the specific scheduled incarnation of Vyasadeva, literary incarnation. Why? Because we will divide the tree of Vedic knowledge into different branches. Herein, Brahma mentions, of course, we know the conversation is between Brahmaji and Narad Rishi. He's asking about creation. Herein, Brahma mentions the future compilation of Srimad Bhagavatam for a short-lived persons of the Kali age. As explained in first canto, the less intelligent persons of the age of Kali would not only short-lived, but also perplexed with so many problems of life due to the awkward situation of the godless human society. Advancement of material comforts of the body is the activity of the mode of ignorance. We read this. I think we have discussed this. Anyway, again to discuss. Important. Advancement of material comforts of the body is the activity of the mode of ignorance according to the law of material nature. Real advancement of knowledge means progress of knowledge in self-realization. If I may ask, what is the actual meaning or understanding of the word knowledge? What does the word knowledge convey? What is its meaning in simple terms? What does knowledge mean? What is knowledge? Mahārāja Pṛthu, welcome. Hare Krishna. You're studying so long, for so many years. Yes, Priyanka and Ravindra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare
To
Krishna.
understand that, who am I?
To understand that who am I? People say I am this body. Is that knowledge? Or I am my mind. Is that knowledge? This is not the proper answer. Pradeep, what does knowledge mean? We are trying to gain knowledge for last so many years. What is knowledge?
Facts about the Lord.
Sorry?
Facts, Prabhuji. Facts and information.
No, it's not. If you speak to someone, knowledge means facts about the Lord. What is the understanding? Yes, that's it, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Ram. And I have asked, Dashil has also raised his hand. Let him speak first. Boliye, bro.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. हाँ बोलिए. अरे आपने अब म्यूट कर दिया पहले. अभी म्यूट हो गया. अनम्यूट कर दिया. हाँ बोलो. बोला आवाज आ रही है.
The Prabhupada tells in Srimad Bhagavatam in one of the verse, purport of one of the verse that like Bhagavad Gita is gives out the knowledge to know who we are, who is the Supreme Lord, and what is our relationship with Him, and how can we revive our lost relationship with the Supreme Lord.
No, this is not knowledge. Show me the reference. We have studied it so many times, in so many years. Very basic, I'm asking. If you tell a person this is knowledge, will he accept? A new person you will tell this is knowledge, he will accept. What nonsense you are speaking? Yes, Ramya, you are the only last one left.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, knowledge is we are not this body, we are the soul.
Sorry?
Prabhuji, knowledge means we are not to having knowledge that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul.
You have come very close, but still not exact. It is given in Bhagavad Gita hundreds of times we have read it. Hundreds of times. What does knowledge mean? Who is a person in knowledge called? A person who is in knowledge, what is he called? This is where Krishna starts to speak Bhagavad Gita. He is saying, Arjuna, you are not in, you are posing as if you are having knowledge, but you are a fool number one. So what is that knowledge? अब क्या है? मैंने आंसर दे दिया, अभी भी नहीं पकड़ रहे. अब क्या दयाशील, अब नहीं लूंगा मैं आपसे आंसर. अब कुछ नहीं है, नॉनसेंस है. हाँ, इडियट. ये बता रहे इतनी लंबी चौड़ी टू रिवाइव वन रिलेशनशिप विद लॉर्ड. जाके नए बच्चे को ये बताओगे तो कौन तुम्हारी बात सुनेगा? बताओ मनोराम, व्हाट इज नॉलेज? वेरी बेसिक. कितना कंफ्यूजन है. बोलो पुरुषोत्तम, व्हाट इज नॉलेज? कर क्या रहे हो? इतने सालों से ज्ञान ले रहे हैं, यही नहीं पता ज्ञान क्या है, तो हमसे बड़ा अज्ञानी कौन होगा? To know the difference between matter and spirit and to know the source of both, this is knowledge. इतना बेसिक है, ये पता नहीं है ना. एक्चुअली ये नॉलेज है नहीं, तो इसको एक्सेप्ट कहाँ करते हैं, ना अप्लाई करते हैं. To know the difference between matter and spirit and the source of both, that is the Ishvara. That means to know the Prakriti and to know the Jiva and also to know the Purusha. कितना भगवत गीता पढ़ा दिया यार, प्रकृति और पुरुष पढ़ा दिया, क्षेत्र क्षेत्र के पढ़ा दिया, ज्ञान ज्ञेयम पढ़ा दिया, उसके बाद भी नहीं क्लियर है. मुझे बता दो इससे बेटर कोई डेफिनेशन है तो नॉलेज की. ये बिल्कुल बेसिक से लेके मोस्ट एडवांस्ड है. खोलो ना, हृदय लगाओ तो भी पता चलेगा, वरना ज्ञान आएगा नहीं. अज्ञान बहुत गहरा है. भगवान बोल रहे हैं तेषाम एवानुकंपार्थम अहम अज्ञान जम, इसी मंत्र के लिए. तो दिस knowledge to enter into the heart of the age of Kali Yuga, the Lord incarnates as Vyasadeva and he divides the Vedas. Advancement of knowledge means progress of knowledge in self-realization. But in the age of Kali, the less intelligent men mistakenly consider the short lifetime of 100 years, now factually reduced to about 40 to 60 years, to be all in all. They are less intelligent because they have no information of the eternity of life. They identify with the temporary material body existing for 40 years and consider it only basic principles of life. Such persons are described as equal to the asses and bulls. What is the verse in Srimad Bhagavatam? Asses and bulls. But the Lord, as the compassionate Father of all living beings, imparts unto them the vast Vedic knowledge in short treatises like the Bhagavad Gita. And for the graduates, the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Puranas and the Mahabharata are also similarly made by Vyasadeva for the different types of men in the modes of material nature. But none of them are independent of the Vedic principles. So this is the specific function for which Vyasadeva comes. What is the verse? What is the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam? What we have just discussed. Sansarinam Karuneya Purana Guhya. Sansarinam Karuneya Purana Guhya. Yes or no? पूरा बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है वर्स. Precisely for showing the compassion to the conditioned souls. This is the purpose for advent of Sri Vyasadeva. Of course, it is for both. This glorification of this verse is for both, for Vyasadeva also and for Shukdev Goswami. Tvam Vyasa Sunam Gurum Muni now. Sansarinam Karuneya Purana Bhumya. Tvam Vyasa Sunam Gurum Muni now. Devadvisham Nigama Vartamani Nishthanam Purbhirmayena Vihite Viradishaturbi Lokagnatam Mati Vimohan Ati Pralobham Visham Vidhaya Bahu Bhashyata Anubdharmaya. Devadvisham Nigama Vartamani Nishthityani Nam. It's talking about Buddha. When the atheist, after being well versed in the Vedic scientific knowledge, please hear very attentively. Atheist, well versed in Vedic scientific knowledge, annihilate inhabitants of different planets. Flying unseen in the sky on well-built rockets prepared by the great scientist Maya, the Lord will bewilder their minds by dressing himself attractively as Buddha and will preach on sub-religious principles. This is also very bewildering. The Lord himself will come. But for whom he is coming? For the atheist. These are atheists also and they are well versed in Vedic knowledge also. This incarnation of Lord Buddha is not the same Buddha incarnation we have in the present history of mankind. This is another bombshell. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the Buddha incarnation mentioned in this verse appeared in the different periods. You know when Krishna appears? In which of the Yuga cycle of Dwapara? When Krishna appears? Everyone should be knowing. They're all trying to become Krishna's devotee. In which cycle of which Manu and in which Yuga cycle he appears? Mahārāja Pṛthu. सपना सुन रही है तुम्हारे साथ पुरुषोत्तम?
नहीं प्रभु, वो हम वहाँ के साथ बाहर गए, बगल में किसी का बर्थडे है।
बताइए दयाशील प्रभु, मुझसे पूछे क्यों बता रहे हो? अनम्यूट करके बोलो।
28th Yuga cycle Prabhuji and 7 Manu. Manu
Yes.
is like Vaibhaswata Manu.
Very good. Vaibhasvat Manu, which is the seventh Manu, and the 28th Yuga cycle of Dwapar. Very good. When did Lord Ramachandra appear? हाँ बोलिए। यस रमेश बोलिए।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In which
लिटिल लाउडर प्लीज, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा।
Prabhuji, in which Yuga cycle the Treta come before Dwapar?
नहीं आवाज नहीं आया, हम लोग सुन नहीं पाए।
Hare
आप
Krishna-
दोनों साथ में बैठे हैं, अलग अलग बैठे हैं? साथ ही बैठे हैं ना?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा।
Prabhuji, in which Yuga cycle the Treta come before Dwapar?
Which Yuga cycle the Treta comes before Dwapar?
प्रभु जी ऐसा हम पढ़े थे ये रामनवमी में एक श्लोक में।
Which Manu?
ये याद नहीं है प्रभु जी पर।
The seventh Manu.
हाँ, श्रीमद् भागवतम में एक श्लोक था और उसके परपट में ये लिखा गया था इतना।
अच्छा दोबारा देखना। It is the seventh Manu and the 24th Yuga cycle of Dwapara. So this is what Prabhupada is quoting from Jiva Goswami here. That is why I was just bringing this reference here. That this Buddha is not the Buddha that appeared in the just 2000 years back. It's different. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the Buddha incarnation mentioned in this verse appeared in a different Kali age. In the duration of life of one Manu, there are more than 72 Kali Yugas. And in one of them, the particular type of Buddha mentioned here would appear. Lord Buddha incarnates at a time when the people are most materialistic and preaches common sense religious principles. Such ahimsa is not a religious principle itself. Please hear attentively. But it is an important quality for persons who are actually religious. It is not a religious principle itself, but an important quality for persons who are actually religious. It is common sense religion because one is advised to do no harm to any other animal or living being, because such harmful actions are equally harmful to him who does the harm. But before learning these principles of non-violence, one has to learn two other principles, very, very important, namely to be humble and to be prideless. One cannot be non-violent unless and until he is free from pride and he has genuine humility. After being non-violent, one has to learn tolerance and simplicity of living. One must offer respects to our great religious preachers and spiritual leaders, and also train the senses for controlled action. Learning to be unattached to family and home and to render devotional service to the Lord. Very important. Unless and until one is unattached, then he cannot render service. At the ultimate stage, one has to accept the Lord and become his devotee. Otherwise, there is no religion. In religious principles, there must be God in the center. Otherwise, simple moral instructions are merely sub-religious principles, generally known as upadharma or nearness to religious principles. Yarhi aleshu api satam na hari kathatasu. Pashandino Dvijajana Varshala Nardevaha Swaha Swadha Vasaditi Smagiro Na Yatraha Shashta Bhavishyati Kale Bhagavan Yugante. This is talking about the future. That will come. The future. Bhavishyati. Sashta Bhavishyati. When Kaler Bhagavan Yugante. When the Anta of the Yuga will come. Then Kaler Bhagavan. Who is the Bhagavan of Kali? The Kalki. Kalki Avatar. He will appear. Therefore, at the end of Kali Yuga, when there exist no topics on the subject of God, even at the residence of so-called saints and respectable gentlemen of the three higher castes, and when the power of government is transferred to the hands of ministers elected from a low-born Shudra class or those less than them, and when nothing is known of the techniques of sacrifice given by word, at that time the Lord will appear as supreme chastiser. Mahārāja Prabhu, can you please read? Completely exhausted.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The symptoms of the worst conditions of the material world at the last stage of this age, called Kali Yuga, are stated herein. The sum and substance of such conditions is godlessness. Even the so-called saints and higher castes of the social orders, generally known as the Dijojanas or the twice-born, will become atheists. As such, all of them will practically forget even the holy name of the Lord and what to speak of his activities. The higher castes of society, namely the intelligent class of men guiding the destinies of the social orders, the administrative class of men guiding the law and order of the society, and the productive class of men guiding the economic development of the society, must all be properly well versed in knowledge of the Supreme Lord, knowing factually his name, qualities, pastimes, entourage, paraphernalia, and personalities. The saints and the higher castes or orders of the society are judged by their proportion of knowledge in the science of God or Tattva Gyan, and not by any kind of birthright or bodily destinations. Such designations, without any knowledge of the science of God and practical knowledge of devotional service, are considered to be all decorations of dead bodies. And when there is too much inflation of these decorated dead bodies in society, there develop so many anomalies in the progressive, peaceful life of the human being. Because of the lack of training or culture in the upper section of the social orders, they are no more to be designated as the Dijojanas or the twice born.
Very important. Prabhupada is mentioning here the cause of degradation because of the lack of training or culture. If there is no culture, then one cannot apply the principles. That is why Prabhupada gave us this society, the National Society for Krishna Consciousness, so that we can all be together. Prabhupada gave this Sangha. And what is to be done in the Sangha? There is constant training and education. So without the culture, training and education is also not possible. So there is no one who is having the Brahminical culture. First, if that culture is lost, no one has those kinds of following or respects. Okay, go to the next paragraph.
The significance of being twice born has been explained in many places in this great literature. And again, one is reminded herewith that birth executed by the sex life of the father and the mother is called animal birth. But such animal birth and progress of life on the animal principles of eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating without any scientific culture of spiritual life is called the Shudra life, or to be more explicit, the uncultured life of the lower class of men. It is stated herein that the governmental power of society in the Kali Yuga will be passed over to the uncultured, godless laborer classes of men, and thus the Nardevas or the ministries of the government will be the Brishalas or the uncultured lower class men of society. No one can expect any peace and prosperity in a human society full of uncultured lower classes of men. The symptoms of such uncultured social animals are already in vogue, and it is the duty of the leaders of men to take note of it and try to reform the social order by introducing the principle of twice born men trained in the science of God consciousness. This can be done by expanding the culture of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. In the degraded condition of human society, the Lord incarnates as the Kalki avatar and kills all the demons without mercy.
So this is going to be mass rampant degradation. How the degradation will happening? Because the culture will be lost. And when the culture is lost, there is no proper education and training. So how this degradation will happen? Because there will not be any brahmanas to guide. There will not be any spiritual guidance. So everything will fall apart. Sarge tapo aham rashyo navaya prajeshaha sthane atha dharma makha mano amra vanisha ante tva dharmahara manya vasa sururaya maya vibhutaya imam guru shakti bhajapa. At the beginning of creation, there was penance. Myself, Brahma, and the 9 Prajapatis. Great sages who generate then during the maintenance of the creation. There are Lord Vishnu, the demigods with controlling powers, and the kings of different planets. But at the end, there is irreligion. And then Lord Shiva and the atheist, full of anger, etc. All of them different representative manifestation of the energy of the supreme power, the Lord. The material world is created by the energy of the Lord. It is manifested in the beginning of the creation by the penance of Brahmaji, the first living being in the creation. And then there are the 9 Prajapatis, known as great sages. In the stage when the creation is maintained, there are devotional service to Lord Vishnu or factual religion, the different demigods and the kings of participants. Sorry. When the creation is maintained, there are devotional service to Lord Vishnu or factual religion, the different demigods and the kings of different planets who maintain the world. At least when the creation is preparing to wind up, there is first the principle of irreligible. Then Lord Shiva, along with the atheist, full of anger. But all of them are but different manifestations of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahadev are different incarnations of the different modes of material nature. Vishnu is the Lord of the mode of ignorance. Brahma is the Lord of mode of passion, and Shiva is the Lord of mode of ignorance. Ultimately, the material creation is but a temporary manifestation meant to give a chance of liberation to the conditioned soul who are entrapped in the material world. And one who develops the mode of goodness under the protection of Lord Vishnu has the greatest chance of being liberated by following the Vaishnava principles and thus being promoted to the kingdom of God, no more to return to this material world, miserable material world. So I'll stop here. This section ends here. The long section is concluded here about the specific activity that these various incarnations have performed once they came to this world. Okay, from your side, Manini Mataji and Sonika, timings have changed. Yesterday we have all taken a vow for this Kartik Vrat. Everybody is to sleep before 10. Strictly, very strictly. And no one will sleep in Brahma Muhurat. Everyone will wake up and take bath by Brahma Muhurat. Voluntarily. How many of you were able to do that today? मनोराम, आप ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठ गए थे?
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, I'm
What
trying
is,
to continue.
what is the timing of Brahma Muhurat? May I know?
Prabhuji, it is, I think, before 4:58 a.m.
No, my dear. You have to see what is the time of sunrise in your city. And 96 minutes prior to that. 96 minutes prior to that. If it is 6 o'clock, then what is the time of Brahma Muhurat?
Around 4:30.
No, 4:30. 4:24 it is over.
Yes.
So please be clear on that. Okay, what is your Kartik vow? Yesterday everyone else took a Kartik vow. What is your Kartik vow? What have you thought that you will offer for Krishna extra?
Prabhuji, chanting, I am trying to do 20 Prabhuji. I have fixed, and
How do I know if you don't send a sadhana card? Most of you have stopped sending sadhana card. Pradeep is regularly sending. Of course, Raminder and Priyanka Mataji sends regularly. There she also sends. Ramya also sends, but not as it should be. But others तो छोट बनाते लिखते ही नहीं. They have stopped. No sadhana card. Why? Because they don't have a desire to improve. जैसे चल रहा है चलने दो. चल रहा है बहुत है. नहीं भी चलेगा तो भी चलेगा. Okay, you will chant 20 rounds, but you have to give your sadhana card. I don't know. Then
and Prabhuji, in the evening, actually, there will be little bit prayers and followed by Kirtan, Prabhuji. So,
okay, that you are having with your landlords, huh?
yeah, so that it started in last Kartik, and this time also we are trying to follow, Prabhuji.
Try to make it big. Try to give other people also advantage in the vicinity where you are. If not
Yes.
every day, call at least Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. What about reading, hearing, and writing? Most essential thing. That you don't want to improve. Huh? Bolo?
Prabhuji, I'll try to read at least half an hour before our classes, Prabhuji, so that can
Class
link on.
timing has changed. It is from 8.
Yes, yes. Prabhuji.
I have promised before 9 I will close. कितना भी हो 9 से पहले close कर देंगे. Nothing. So that I can also sleep before 10. This month I have to sleep before 10.
Yes.
Otherwise I won't be able to last in my sadhana. After 3-4 days it will start falling apart. And what about you, Manini Mataji?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद।
Hare Krishna.
नहीं कर रही हूँ प्रभु जी।
आवाज नहीं आ रही है आपकी, थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए।
इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं हुआ है प्रभु जी।
हाँ,
इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं हो रहा है प्रभु जी।
कार्तिक का भाव क्या है? कार्तिक का व्रत क्या है?
कुछ लिया नहीं प्रभु जी।
हाँ,
कुछ भाव लिया नहीं है प्रभु जी।
नहीं लिया है। मैं
आज
आपको
से
पढ़ाऊं क्या पद्म पुराण से? पद्म पुराण में ये लिखा है कि जो कार्तिक में भाव नहीं लेता है वो वैष्णव नहीं है, वो भक्त नहीं है, वो अभक्त है। तो छोटे छोटे बच्चों ने भी लिया। अमोहा आज कितना राउंड चैंट किया? बोलो। हाँ,
1 किया है।
क्या बोल रही है पुरुषोत्तम?
बन
कितना?
बन राउंड 1 राउंड
तुमने कल प्रॉमिस कितना किया था?
और बोला था ना
कितना बोला था?
4।
4
पहले ही दिन फेल? हाँ? क्यों? क्या हुआ? बर्थडे मनाने गई थी इसलिए नहीं चैंटिंग किया? ये कैसा हमारा कृष्ण के, तो कृष्ण का प्रेम कैसे मिलेगा जब कुछ प्रयास ही नहीं करेंगे? सोनिका, व्हाट अबाउट यू?
प्रभु जी मैंने सोचा था 18 राउंड करने का, बट अभी तक 16 ही हुआ है मेरा। मैंने सोचा था पूरे।
उसमें क्या
हाँ
है?
जी।
करो,
हाँ
संग
अभी।
नहीं करोगी तो बहुत मुश्किल है। अगर आप क्लासेस नहीं सुनोगी लाइव तो बहुत मुश्किल है, इम्पॉसिबल है। चलो मैं आपको कुछ शेयर करता हूँ बिफोर आई लीव, मेरे पास केवल 5 ही मिनट बचे हैं। महाराज पृथु के सैक्रिफिशियल अरीना में भगवान विष्णु प्रकट हो गए और उनको बोलते हैं कि वर मांगो मुझसे, आस्क फॉर एनी बेनेडिक्शन। सो व्हाट पृथु सेज? पृथु वाच वरन विभो त्वाद वरदेश्वरात् बुधा कथम वर्णिते पुनः वृक्यम आत्मनम ये नरकानामपि शांति देहिना तन ईशा केवल्यपति वर्ण च। पृथु महाराज is saying, my dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. You are Varadeshwara. You amongst those who are bestower of blessings, Vara. You are Varadeshwara. You are the Ishwar of those who give all kinds of blessings. So you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. Why therefore should any learned person ask you for benedictions meant for living entities, bewildered by the modes of nature? So everyone in this material world is bewildered by three modes. Such benedictions are available automatically even in the lives of living entities suffering the hellish condition. Okay, so I do not wish to have such a benediction. Then he says, Na kamye nath tadapi aham kvachin na yatra yushma charanambujasava Mahatmanathar hidayan mukhya chutto vidhatsava karana chuttam eshame varaha. So he says, my dear Lord, therefore I do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence. A benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1 million years. I want the benediction of having at least 1 million years. For thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouth of your pure devotees. Why he wants 1 million years? Pṛthu Maharaj is asking, he wants at least 1 million years. कि जहां भी कृष्ण कथा चल रही होगी सबकी सारी हर समय सुनेंगे, कुछ नहीं छूटना चाहिए, एक साथ सबकी सुनेंगे. 1 million years. This is the best benediction. हम श्रवण ही नहीं करेंगे तो फिर क्या होगा? फिर कुछ नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है, आज थोड़ी स्ट्रेंथ ठीक लग रही है कि आप दोनों ने ज्वाइन किया है, लेकिन इट हैज टू बी 30 days, no less. Okay, so thank you very much. It is exactly 1 minute to 9. Srimad. So please send me your sadhana card strictly, without fail. Believe me, आप साधना कार्ड सही से भर के भेजो, कृष्ण आपको एम्पावर कर देंगे, आपका सारा स्ट्रगल उड़ जाएगा. ये नहीं कि खाली उसी के लिए साधना कार्ड भेज रहे हैं, ये जेन्युइन है. दिस इज द प्रोसेस इज एम्पावर्ड लाइक दिस. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंद. हरे हरे गौर. हरे कृष्ण.